All right, y'all, back with another summertime ride. We got a 1975 Buick Lesabre. As you can see, it's a convertible. Stay tuned. Take you all around her, show you everything about her, and get her on the road. All right, let's get into it. So like I said, we got 1975 Buick Lesabre convertible, finished in red with a white interior. Sitting on a brand new set of 22s with the Vogue tires, of course. Looking at the paint, probably say the paint is probably, let's just say about a 7.5. It's driver's quality for sure. As I move around, I'm gonna point out the imperfections that I do see. Windshield itself, good condition. No long cracks or anything like that. We do have a little bit of a rock chip right there. Again, that's zooming all the way in, but want to make sure we point that out. Passenger door looks pretty solid. Looks like at some point in time there was a little scratch here and they filled it in with you know, touch-up paint. We got a little bit of warping going on right here around this rear quarter panel, right there on the edge. And a couple more of those little scratches that you can tell somebody tried to fill in. Trunk area itself looks like in pretty good shape. Bumper fillers are solid, which, you know, on these cars that's always a big thing. No cracks, no warping. Kind of look newish, honestly. So bumper fillers are solid in the rear. Chrome looks good. The bumper looks solid. I don't see any big dents, any scratches, or any crazy amount of rust that I need to point out. Looking on the driver's side, nothing really to point out. I don't see any big dents or scratches or any big waves or anything to point out. Probably could use some new the window trim, like the felts in that. Again, it's not a big thing. I think on most of these cars, if you do plan on keeping it, restoring it, weather stripping, the window felts and things like that, that should be on the list anyway. So pretty solid. Looking at the hood itself, nothing to point out on the hood. Like I said, it's probably a good candidate for a new paint job. You got a couple little splashes here. You could tell from, I'm assuming from when it was repainted. I'm not sure. And then right here as well. Grille itself is in solid condition. The chrome around the headlights looks good. And in the bumper itself, again, no cracks, no rust or anything. So pretty solid there. Let me go ahead and grab the keys for the trunk and the hood. Underneath the hood, we do have power brakes. We got power steering. This is a non-AC car as it currently sits. New battery, everything else pretty standard. 350 3-speed car, automatic of course. So relatively clean underneath, nothing to really point out. Inner fender wheels are solid. Let's go ahead. And the hood alignment looks pretty solid all the way down. Let's go ahead and check out the trunk. Trunk is in good shape. Uncovered, but no rust to point out, no soft spots. Still got the OG spear back there. Probably could use some new weather stripping, but again, I kind of personally expect that on any 50-year-old car. Check out the interior. I think the interior is where this car really shines. Again, it's got a white interior and the seats look beautiful. Checking out the rear first, I see no cracks to point out, no staining. Back seats look beautiful. Rear passenger panels on the inside, both of them look solid. Manual windows. Top does work and is in good condition as well, which we'll show later on in the video. Front driver's seat, again, no stains, no rips, no tears, definitely well maintained. Checking out the driver's side door. Panels is in good shape. It's not warped or coming off. We got a little tiny bit of a rip here. Looks like somebody might have got caught on something, but very minimal. Jams look nice and solid. So pretty good. Checking out the dash. Dash is in excellent shape. Does have a little tiny bit of a crack right here over the speakers. That's kind of normal just because of the thinner material. But as far as the actual dash itself, a really good condition. No warping or anything there. On the odometer, it reads 30,610. Gauge cluster looks nice. The plastic over it looks good. It's not fogged up or scratched or anything. And steering wheel actually has all the accents still in touch. So pretty clean. Carpet is in great condition, maroon to match the exterior of the car, and that's the front and the rear as well. Let me go ahead and get to the other side. Again, just so you can see the carpet and the backs of the seats. Let me move our paperwork out the way. Passenger seat, again, no rips, no tears. Beautiful, beautiful interior and carpet. Passenger door panel in pretty good condition as well. No warping, no rips in the leather, and the jams look solid as well. So we'll go ahead and get started, get her driven, and knock this test drive out. All right, y'all, we're gonna get started on the test drive in the 75. That's a cold start. We're gonna let her go a little bit. The odometer reads 30,610. The fuel tank, we did fill it up. I don't know if it's still accurate though. We'll see, but we did fill this one up. Left turn signal, right turn signal. Lights are on. I can see them reflecting off the other cars. Nothing in the dash. Wipers work. Just checking to see if this fan is even blowing. Nothing blowing as far as the fan is concerned. Top works. We'll check that out later. Nothing in the radio. All right, everything else is manual, so we'll check it when we come back. Sorry about that. Looking, I just noticed too, the windshield, there is a little crack right here in this corner. I didn't notice it in this driver's side corner, but there you go. Let you see that. Oh, and the horn works. Let's go ahead and do this test drive. Brakes are definitely touchy. As soon as I tapped it, it was about to just stop all the way. Yeah, nobody coming. Let's go. All right, throttle response is decent. No issues there. Don't know what happened when I came up on that hill. Brakes are definitely a little touchy. They're not locking up though, they're just super touchy. They feel good though, they're modulated well. Like I said, just a little bit touchy. Hands off the wheel. She's tracking straight with the 22s. Alignment is good. Steering wheel is clocked right. That's about how much play I got in the steering wheel. So steering is nice and tight. Brakes a little bit. Yeah, brakes are good. Speedometer is working, showing that I was doing about 20. It's coming down now, of course. I'll check it once I go this way. Yeah, speedometer is solid, so. No shaking from the windows. Windows are down, so they're tightening the doors. Nothing weird coming from the dash. Suspension feels solid. I'm not bouncing all over the place or anything. No weird sounds to point out either, so pretty solid. It's a nice big cruiser car, and it's a good day. I mean, it was supposed to, it rained this morning, like it stormed all night, but now the sun's coming out. It's supposed to be about 82. So beautiful day for a drop top for sure. Once we get back, I'll make sure I get it on the rack. I know we did order a new gas tank, so I'm gonna just say that now. We're putting a new tank in. We just didn't like the one that was in there, and it was like a 2-week delay on the order. So like I said, I wanted to go ahead and shoot the video, get it listed, but we are gonna put a new gas tank in. Big dip with the 22s, no rubbing. Like I said, no impact to the ride quality. So stay tuned. I'll go ahead and get her on the rack. We'll check out underneath. All right, we got the Lesabre up on the rack, checking out underneath. No leaks or anything to point out. All the suspension is stock all the way through. We got disc brakes up in the front. Again, stock suspension. This is what we were talking about when we said it needed floors. Somebody actually replaced the pan, but you could tell they cut out the old ones and they just dropped that in there. So it needs to be done the proper way, obviously. A lot of surface rust under here, obviously. No type of coating is on here, so eventually that would need to be gone through. And then if you're gonna do that floor, you might as well do all of this, because you're getting to the spot where some of these aren't soft yet, but they are getting there. So it makes sense to just do that whole floor pan. Frame looks solid. Getting to the rear of the car, again, no changes on the suspension, all stock. Gas tank looks clean. Let me get back here so I don't hit my head. I ain't raised it up high enough. Frames and the frame extensions look solid. Gas tanks look solid. Like I said, it's just a lot of surface rust because there's no coating under here. Rear bumper appears to be in good shape again. I don't see any dents or anything. All of your surface rust is underneath from things kicking up, which is normal. Coming along the driver's side. Again, frame looks solid. The body underneath, the chrome, looks solid. Wheel wells look clean. Don't have any rust on them fender wells. Front bumper. Top side looks good. Underneath, you do have your normal surface rust. Again, that's from things kicking up and people rubbing on things. Coming down the passenger side. Again, that frame looks solid. The bubbling around that rear quarter panel that I was talking about earlier in the video. Overall, right, go ahead and shoot a picture at the top going up. Come on, baby. All right, we're not gonna lock it down. It does fit locked down, but I'm not gonna do it because. But show you